You ever watch a short film and just wonder, how in the world did they make that? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on that exact journey. It's a path that's loaded with creativity, sure, but also with some seriously complex logistics and a whole lot of passion. And you know what? It all starts way before anyone even thinks about yelling action.
All right, so you've got this amazing idea for a short film. How hard could it really be? You just grab a camera, call up a few friends, and start shooting, right? I mean, that's what a lot of people think, but the reality, it's a little different.
The real truth is, making a short film takes every bit as much dedication, creativity, and pure technical skill as a full-blown feature. See, that shorter runtime doesn't mean less work. A lot of the time, it means you need even more precision to pack a powerful punch into just a handful of minutes.
So where does this whole epic journey actually kick off? Well, it's not on some glamorous film set. Nope, it starts at a desk. Every single great film is built on a rock-solid plan, a blueprint that guides the entire thing. We call this critical first stage pre-production.
And sitting right at the heart of that blueprint is the script. Now, this is so much more than just a bunch of dialogue on a page. Think of it as the film's DNA. It lays out the tone, it defines who the characters are, and it maps out the entire story, from the first scene to the last. It is the absolute essential first step.
This whole pre-production phase is a really structured path, taking you from that initial creative spark to a concrete, actionable plan. You start with the big idea, you brainstorm, and then you hammer that into a script. And only when that blueprint is solid can you get into the nitty-gritty, figuring out the money, the schedule, and then finally finding the perfect people and places to bring your story to life.
And let me tell you, these logistics, they're the invisible backbone holding the entire film up. A good budget stops you from running out of money halfway through. A tight schedule means you're respecting everyone's time. The right actors, they breathe life into your characters. And the perfect location, it basically becomes a character itself. Nailing this stuff isn't just about planning, it's about killing problems before they even have a chance to start.
Okay, so the blueprint is done. Now for the really exciting part, the production phase. This is where all those plans on paper become reality, where words on a page literally get transformed into light and sound. All that meticulous prep work is about to pay off in a big way as the story finally starts to take shape right before your eyes.
At the very core of production, you've got this creative trio. The director is basically the story's guardian, making sure that vision comes through. Then you have the cinematographer, who translates that story into the visual language of the film. You know, the light, the shadows, the feel of it all. And the sound designer builds the entire audio world that makes it feel real. Their roles are totally distinct, but it's how they work together, that seamless collaboration, that really makes a film.
Being on set is this incredible dance between sticking to the plan and just thinking on your feet. You've got your schedule, you've got your shot list, all of it. But filmmaking is, by its very nature, completely unpredictable. The best crews are the ones who know how to be both super disciplined and incredibly flexible at the same time. So what's the secret sauce for a successful shoot? Really, it boils down to a couple of things. First, crystal clear communication. Everybody needs to be on the same page, working toward the same goal. But just as important is adaptability. I mean, what do you do when it suddenly starts pouring rain during your big sunny park scene? That ability to pivot, to solve problems on the fly, that's not just a skill, it's a filmmaker's superpower.
All right, the shoot's a wrap. The gear is packed up, everyone goes home. But the film is far, far from finished. Now we dive into post-production. This is the truly transformative stage where hours and hours of raw footage get sculpted into a polished, compelling story.
In post-production, the editor really becomes the final storyteller. Their job isn't just about cutting and pasting clips together. It's about digging through mountains of footage to unearth the film's soul. They're meticulously sifting through every single take, hunting for that one perfect glance, that perfect line delivery, to build the story's emotional heartbeat.
And the process itself is incredibly methodical. You start by picking the absolute best takes and figuring out the pacing, the rhythm of the story. Then you start adding layers. You bring in sound effects and music to build the atmosphere. Then you apply color grading to give the film its final visual mood. Every single step is about polishing that raw material into a finished story.
And let's talk about sound for a second, because its power in film just cannot be overstated. Without good sound design, what you have are moving pictures. But with it, you have a completely immersive world. Sound is what builds tension, what creates joy, what sets the whole atmosphere.
It's literally telling the audience how to feel without ever using a single word.
The film is done. The final cut is exported and saved. It's a huge moment, but hold on, the journey isn't quite over yet. Now comes the last crucial step, actually sharing your creation with the world.
In today's world, filmmakers have so many options. It's amazing. As you can see, online streaming platforms like YouTube or Vimeo give you the widest reach. But traditional film festivals are still a huge deal for getting industry recognition. And of course, you've got social media, which gives you a direct line to your audience for promotion and building a real community.
Yeah, the work keeps going long after you're done editing. Getting your film out there is a campaign in itself. You're submitting to festivals, hoping for that big break. You're planning a strategic online launch. And then you're actively promoting it, connecting with viewers, and really building a community around what you've made.
So as we've seen, this whole journey is, well, it's demanding. And this brings us right back to our opening point. It is not easy. Filmmakers are in a constant battle with budget limits, they're racing against the clock, and they're always having to overcome those unexpected problems that just pop up out of nowhere.
But for anyone out there who's inspired by all this, here are the big takeaways. Number 1, preparation is everything. 2, collaboration is your creative fuel. 3, set clear, achievable goals to keep yourself on track. 4, your ability to adapt is your single greatest asset. And finally, learn to embrace feedback. It's how you grow.
And that brings us to the end. We've walked through the entire intricate process, from a simple idea all the way to a finished film finding its audience. So, really the only question left to ask is, what story are you going to tell?